Hello students, I hope all of you are in good health. I am Labdeep Singh. Today I will teach class 9th English 2, Story Hearts and Hands, Part 2. Please open page number 70. He slightly raised his right hand, bound at the wrist by the shining bracelet to the left one of his companion. Here Mr. Easton has raised his right hand because his left hand is handcuffed to his companion. The glad look in the girl's eyes slowly changed to a bewildered means confused horror when she saw Mr. Easton left hand handcuffed to his companion, and all the glow faded from her cheeks and her lips parted as a vague, relaxing distress. From her lips it was understood that she is feeling distress and means she is in tension. Easton, with a little laugh, as if amused, was about to speak again when the other forestalled him. Forestalled means another man stopped him, interrupted him, and the glum-faced man had been watching the girl's countenance means face with veiled, means concealing glances from his keen and shrewd eye. He can read Miss Fairchild's face that she is little in tension. You will excuse me for speaking, miss, but I see you are acquainted with the marshal here. Now another person is trying to interrupt and saying to Miss Fairchild that you are well known to this Mr. Easton. If you will ask him to speak a word for me when we get to the pen, he will do it. Means when we'll go to the prison. That will be helpful for me there. He is taking me to the Leavenworth prison and it is 7 years for counterfeiting. Means Mr. Easton is taking me to the Leavenworth prison because he has made exact copy of something to fool or deceive another person. Who, said the girl with a deep breath and returning color. Again glow came on her face when she listened that Mr. Easton is a marshal and other person is a culprit. So that what are you doing out here, a marshal? My dear Miss Fairchild, said Easton very calmly, I had to do the things. Means he has to do his duty as a marshal. Money has a way of taking wings unto itself, and you know it takes money to keep step with our crowd in Washington. Here he wants to say, Mr. Easton, that when he was in Washington, he was enjoying his life. But to earn money, he has to come out of the Washington, and he has joined as a marshal in West. And he said, well, a marshalship isn't quite as high position as that of the ambassador. But the ambassador, said the girl warmly, doesn't call anymore. When Easton said that my post as a marshal is not as high as of the ambassador, same time Miss Fairchild interrupted Mr. Easton and said, you need not ever have done so. You ought to know that. And so now you are one of the dashing Western heroes. You ride and shoot, go into all kinds of the dangers. Now means you are working as a marshal in West, and you are facing all types of the dangers. That's different from the Washington life where you was simply sitting and enjoying your life, and you have been missed from the old crowd. The girl's eyes, fascinated, went back and widening a little to the rest upon the glittering handcuffs. Again, girl's eyes were attracted toward those glittering handcuffs. Don't you worry about them, miss, said the other person. That he explained that all marshal handcuffed themselves to the prisoners so that they should not run away. Thanks.